Hello everyone, my name is Joshua and this is the 182nd video on my video journal series. Today's date is Sunday, the 9th of August 2026. How's everyone been? I've been pretty good, thank you, and I need to talk about last night. Last night I went to a mate's sister's 21st birthday party. It was a pretty nice venue and yeah, I had a pretty good time. Nice food, got to meet up with my friends and meet some new people. Great music, and I even actually did a little bit of some dancing. I got on the dance floor. Luckily, there were no cameras out, because I don't like being recorded doing something that I don't particularly enjoy or good per se. But my friends were doing, it, and I was like, I'll bust some dance moves. Nothing too crazy. I haven't really danced a lot, but boy was I sweaty, and the music was great, but it was very very loud. When I went outside, I just like heard my ears pop, and I'm like, oh my god, how long was I in there for? But yeah, it was a great night. Everyone came dressed up as like comic book, video game, and pop culture characters. And yeah, it was just a great night all around. The food, finger food, was pretty nice. It was like mini hamburger sliders, some like fish and chip portions, like these mini cups, calamari, um, some seafood involved in there as well, and the cake was lovely. And yeah, it was just man, I haven't been to like a party in a while, so it was a good experience, and um, obviously one that I will not forget. And especially when like you're in like a large space, you can like interact with people, and you can stand up, sit down, sort of thing. And I only had one alcoholic drink that night. I knew some people had like three and four, but mind you, this was at like a venue, so if you're drunk, they can't serve you and they can like kick you out. But if this was like at a mate's place, I would get hammered on the beers. Just kidding. I did that once and it was terrible. But yeah, whenever I'm out and about in public, I have a rule of thumb, a golden rule, and that is I only drink one alcoholic drink. 1 pint of Guinness, a shot of Johnny Walker. I limit myself to one, and I make sure I eat something beforehand. But yeah, I think that's like a pretty good rule to have. Drink responsibly. Don't drink too much, otherwise it will mess up your immune system. I know here in Australia we have like a large drinking culture and all, but it's fine to have like you know, to drink in moderation is what I'm saying. But yeah, just great time all around. And yeah, I got a few photos from that. Obviously, I'm not gonna post it online. They're private photos, but it will certainly be something I like to I guess archive on like my hard drives and keep forever. Because would I don't really take much pictures at birthday parties anymore. Surprisingly, usually all like my friends and friends' mom take pictures, and I just rely on them. Um, but even then, like even as a kid, right? Your parents take like thousands of pictures of you, but yet I really seem to struggle to find like old pictures of me at birthday parties sometimes, Has anyone felt like that sort of thing where you're trying to like find a picture of your younger self at like this specific birthday party, but then you can't? At least for me, that is, I can find like other pictures of me at like birthday parties and other events, but if I want to find like a specific sort of thing, it's sometimes quite difficult. And I don't know, maybe it's just like a me thing, but I definitely feel like with birthday parties, it can often go undocumented, and especially if it's your like 18th or 20th or 21st, you want to like make sure you treasure that forever. And they had like a mini photo booth there also, so like they took our photos like of us in silly poses at the photo booth, and I still got the physical sort of photo that they gave us. So should I say like a photo shoot where they have like three separate photos because they took like three or four separate pictures of us. So yeah, I have that to treasure. And I remember when actually today, I woke up in the morning. My mum, the first thing she said to me was, "Hey Josh, can I see those?" Or should I say sorry? Hey Josh, can I see those old those photos you took last night. I really want to see that. Like, not even morning Josh or whatever. It's just like I want photos now. And my mum doesn't sound like that, but she will sound like that in like 70 years time. Not 70 years time. At 70 years old, I don't think in the 70 years time, um, she would necessarily have that voice. It might be very, very, very frail at most, but you never know how far modern medicine can get you. But anyway, I'm just saying in 20 years' time, I don't think she will sound. She will most probably sound like that. Um, certainly not 70 years' time, But anyway, um, yeah, so enough, I guess, talk about that birthday party. I've been really just focused on, I guess, what should I do for my 21st. And I know it is quite a, you know, long way away. It is still, I guess, nearly like 6 months away, half a year. But, after seeing my mate's sister's 21st, I'm like, hey, maybe I want to do something maybe I want to do something big for my 21st, Maybe I want to do like a large house party or venue sort of thing. Most likely house party, not really I guess that fancy, just grab a few beers, some pizzas and have a good time. Maybe I'll invite like like more friends this time around, but yeah, it's still, I guess, in the works, who knows. But after like yet again what I saw last night and just that general vibe and atmosphere, I really do admire it. And you know I guess, like I said yesterday, your 21st birthday is sort of like your last sort of proper celebration as a youngin. Before you become an adult, because like once you celebrate your 30th or 50th birthday, you're not the same person anymore. You'll be much more older, can't handle more drinks, you can't handle more partying, so things will be more relaxed. I guess your last like crazy birthday can be like your 21st. Well, really any like birthdays in your 20s, but the 21st is like the last sort of big milestone in the 20 range. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much what yesterday was about, and even a little bit of this morning. Today, what else did I do today? Today, I had some pizza for dinner. Surprisingly, the pizza was pretty nice, and obviously, I don't really get, I guess, takeout food that often. But my mom, she she likes to I guess experiment with local options and go to like more small and independent places. She does get fast food. In fact, today I think well today was it? No, I don't think it was today. It was God, I'm self doubting myself. I'm self doubting myself. But she regularly gets like quote unquote the healthy fast food options. Or whenever she goes to like a fast food establishment, she gets like the smallest possible portions. Like I remember as a kid, go to McDonald's and she's like, "Oh, can I get like a small cheeseburger meal? Small, not medium or large, small." Um, but whenever I guess she goes to like a fast food place, she tries to get like a chicken or something that doesn't have much, I guess, additives in it. Like I guess, man, it's been a while since my mom's been to McDonald's, but I used to remember she got like a salad. do McDonald's still do salads? That's a question. And I remember like KFC. Oh, memory unlocked. I remember KFC. I don't know if they still do this anymore, but I remember KFC like maybe a decade ago. They actually sold salad, but it was like in these like plastic cups. The same cups that they put their like Slurpees in, their version of Slurpees, like their frozen drinks in, like the slushies. Yes, slushies. Yeah, I remember you could get like a salad put in one of those like slushy plastic cups. But I don't think they do it anymore. But I vaguely remember that. KFC's like, I guess, attempt to be healthy. Now they just have like these like Zinger nachos. They're like Zinger range, which is like their spicy chicken. Yeah, that is a weird memory. and I bet that should be archived because fast food promotions and all that, like they come and go. Not many people pay attention to them. So I think there's something worth preserving if they're good, obviously. The memorable ones, or like like fast food items, like KFC Crushers, for instance. Everyone wants KFC Crushers back in Australia. But yeah, where was I? Oh yes, our food. So yeah, I obviously had a pizza today. It was like a margarita, and yeah, it was pretty nice. And it was at like obviously it wasn't like a major franchise. It was like at a more independent place, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my meal. It was pretty pricey though, but like for what you're getting, it was like much better than what you can get at like Pizza Hut, Domino's, um, that sort of thing. And while I'm talking about pizza, you know, what's happened to Pizza Hut now? Here in the year 2026, you don't hear much about Pizza Hut. Maybe they will make a comeback sometime soon. I don't know. But now it's pretty much Domino's. You want to get pizza, Domino's, or your local pizza place. No one really thinks Pizza Hut, and it's been a while since I've had Pizza Hut. It's been like, oh man, maybe like a year, couple of years, since I had like a proper like meal from Pizza Hut. Um, and yeah, I don't know why. They were like king in the 90s, like up there with like rivaling Domino's. In fact, I actually argue in the 90s, even though I wasn't alive, from what I've seen, and all the adverts, Pizza Hut was like, you know, pretty much like your go-to fast food pizza place. But now you don't hear much about it anymore. Same with Eagle Boys. Eagle Boys Pizza is an Australian thing. They have stores up in Queensland. Are they like shut down? Like I don't think they ever expanded outside of Queensland, unless I might be mistaken. But I remember when I was in Queensland, I had Eagle Boys Pizza, and it was pretty like good. Mind you, this was like over a decade ago, as of me recording this. But yeah, I remember Eagle Boys being quite good, but I don't know if they're still around today. Um, but yeah, but even then, Domino's in terms of pizza, um, they're not really, I guess, good. Like obviously it's fast food and all of that, and my mom will much rather eat, I guess, Domino's than like KFC and McDonald's, but she still doesn't like fully like it, because it's like, oh, I don't want you to eat crap food and all that. Well, my mum's very health conscious, and like I remember they had like a deal at Domino's. It was cheap Tuesdays. Basically they lowered down the price of their pizzas on Tuesdays, but I don't think they do that anymore. Um, was it cheap Tuesdays? Now I'm even self-doubting myself twice in this video. Um, yeah, it was cheap Tuesdays. It was something like a deal on Tuesday. First thing that pops into my mind is cheap Tuesday. Maybe some Domino's pizza historian can correct me on this, but yeah, like obviously, Domino's has had a lot of promotions over the years, but that's what I remember. And we used to get like a lot of their pizzas on Tuesday, but um, since they don't I guess do that specific deal anymore, we've been going there less and less. And to be fair, there's like fast food and all that should cut down. Um, and yeah, what else? What else did I do today? Nothing much really. I just stayed at home. It was quite, I guess, rainy today. Nothing much I could have done. And the forecast for tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, I don't have anything. It will just be me at home doing homework and schoolwork. Um, but for the rest of the week, I don't really have anything planned. I'm talking about next week. All right, next week. Um, Nothing really much planned, and that's a good thing. I need to focus on my first round of assignments. And at times, uni can get a little bit stressful, even in like the first couple of weeks. Just trying to readjust back to uni life, trying to create a schedule. In fact, I'm trying to create a schedule right now. But I'm only in on uni like 1 day a week, so I guess like I have a lot of free days. Whenever I have like a free day, me at home, I just do whatever I need to do essentially. And I don't really feel like I need like a proper. Obviously, I do need a schedule, but I don't need like a very strict schedule this semester. I feel like it's a lot more chill. Obviously, put in when my assignments are due, put in when I need to do this and that, but it doesn't have to be like on the minute, on the dot. I have some time, fortunately, and I always try to like relax at the end of the day and try not to stress about things too much, especially when it comes to uni assignment. I'm like, all right, well, it's just a uni assignment, what's the big deal? But like at the same time, I want to do well at university, and I gotta focus on my grades and do well. So then, 20 years from now, I'll be in a good job and still be able to make these videos. um, but yeah, to really wrap things up today, quite a busy, um, I guess, night last night, to put it bluntly, and yeah, I was just like hammered. So when I came back home, luckily I recorded yesterday's video when I did before I left, because when I came back home it was like in the early morning and I was just hammered. I was like, oh, thank God I didn't record this video at the venue, because it would have been like very loud and I would have had to do it in the bathroom with people come and go. And yeah, today obviously my mum wanted to look at those party photos, and we had a nice pizza. You know, it's a pretty good Sunday. Pretty good Sunday in my eyes. But yeah, I'm excited for next week. And I'm excited for the rest of this year. I can't believe we're in August. I like whenever I think of that, right? I remember, when March came around, I was like, all right, well, it's just the beginning of the year. Uni's gonna go by really fast, and it has. You know, like I can't believe we're already in August. We're over halfway, and that is crazy. And obviously, I do have something planned at the end of the year. It's a holiday. I'm gonna keep it a secret until when I arrive, which would be in late November. But even then, November's only like less than. Oh my god, it's like free. Like, oh, it's late November, but that's like less than 4 months. We're within like 3 months and a couple of weeks range. Which is frightening. But I got it all planned. So it's all good, and I'm gonna leave it there. Anyway, I'll catch you all later, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Stay cool, stay awesome, and I will see you later. I know I repeat myself too much, but what can you do? Anyway, catch you all later. Bye.